What's up, people? We are back to our regularly scheduled program. Back with Ant. Say what's up to the people, Ant.
What's up, people?
And Brand Dizzle. Say what's up to the
What
people.
up? What up? What up? What
Um,
up? What up?
Look, man, back to our regularly scheduled program. Like I said before, back to the pod and our regular schedule uploads. So we had a little bit of a down period because we vacations, babies, all that good jazz. But don't worry about it. We're here to talk basketball. All right. So first things first, let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's talk about Olympic basketball. Olympic basketball just wrapped up not too long ago with the Avengers Team USA winning gold. Now, Brandon, was there ever any doubt that Team USA was going to win gold, in your opinion?
No, I mean they're the best team. I would say the only doubt came from because I thought that France would put together a pretty good defense, and they did. But no, like it was always going to be Team USA.
Go ahead, Ant. Same question. Was there ever any doubt that Team USA was going to win gold for you?
No, I told you it was a walk down. I will say though, them last two games, shouts out to Steph Curry because without Steph, it might not have been gold at all. Like high key, but
Yeah,
I
them.
mean, no, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. I think it's weird how like some people like try to critique it because they wasn't dominant enough. That's very. I don't know what more you can do than win. Like you win every game, you will go undefeated, but for some people it's not dominant enough of a win. So I don't know. But for me, they did exactly what they supposed to. They went and handled business. I will say, watching it and seeing how the other countries are coming along and how we are having way more NBA players coming from the other countries. I think the 2028 Olympics, it might that one might be a battle.
Yeah. Were you going to say something, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say it was just like a crazy moment, especially those last two games. Like in the Serbia game, we got the Steph three, LeBron coast to coast, and then the KD mid range shot for the dagger. Like that just feel like an encompassing of an entire era, honestly, because those guys they're not going to be back in 2028. Maybe KD if he wants to, but yeah, no, that was it was really it gave me chills just watching that happening because I rewatched the games a few times just to see all that stuff over again. And then at the end of that France game, obviously that golden dagger over those two defenders is I think that we'll be watching that highlight for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, that was a crazy shot, psychopath behavior. But especially when LeBron was wide open. But I mean, hey, it went in. So, um, but
And a better shooter shot it.
I
true.
was
This
saying
is
like
true. No doubt
Curry.
there.
Curry's the only dude that can wave off KD and LeBron wide open and take a shot over two defenders. So whatever, it went in.
Hey, but speaking of which, there has been some discussion about who deserved MVP. LeBron did win MVP, but some people are saying Curry should have had it, especially because of the Serbia game and because of his clutchness throughout all of the games. So, um, just a little bit of background: James averaged 14 points, basically 7 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and 1.3 steals, while Curry averaged basically 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and basically a steal. So, based on those stats and what you saw of the games, and I'm gonna go to you first. Did LeBron deserve MVP over Steph and his other teammates?
Oh no. Like I'm fine with him having it, but it's just like I guess for me, he wasn't he did I don't know, it's weird because it's like he played well every single game. He didn't play bad like any of those games, but it was kind of like it wasn't noticeable for me, especially like it's just like LeBron James just kind of getting his points here and there, but like there was no point in any of those games where I felt like he was really like LeBron James stuff was happening. Like he had a stint of like takeover, like the way KD and Steph and even Devin Booker and Bam Adebayo had in a couple of those games. Like so, when you look at the numbers of it, it's like I mean he played amazing. Like he did, he played great every single game. But and the big glaring issue for me is we don't win gold without those two Steph Curry performances. The Serbia game, that's probably one of the craziest Olympic games like of all time. It's probably like one of the greatest Olympic games we're ever gonna see. And after the Serbia game, the France game, it's like, dude, those 4 threes that Steph hit like back to back to back to keep the like foot on the gas basically, because the entire time France never stopped scoring, Serbia never stopped scoring either one of those games. It was like we had to get a lead, and it was a whole problem to maintain it. Guys were making shots, and them last 2 games, Steph Curry is the reason why we won those games. So he's the MVP I got for it. I know a lot of people say it's only 2 games, but it's a big 2 games. It's a very big 2 games.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask you the same question, but I just want to give a little bit more insight. LeBron led in rebounds and assists. Assists wasn't even close. The second person closest in assists had 3.6, which was Drew Holiday. LeBron had 8.5. And he was right there with Steph with points. But like Ant said, there was some intangibles, more so like clutchness, like go ahead shot, stuff like that. So Brandon, same question. Do you think LeBron deserved MVP of the basketball Olympics versus any of his other teammates?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think so. I mean, and maybe I sound crazy by saying this, but I thought like Jokic should have got it just because the fact that he almost put USA on silver alert. And for a while there, all the way up into the end there, it was looking crazy. I mean, he was definitely being a basketball Thanos in that series. But even if we're talking under the context of Team USA, I mean, I, 14, 8-8, that kind of speaks for itself. I mean, he was playing point guard the entire time, played every single game, played more minutes this game, played versus some other games. And like he was captain of the team, especially towards the end there. I was saying earlier on a different pod that we were on, that LeBron James bully ball was kind of their best offense for a while, especially while Steph was missing those shots in the first 4 games. So it was I can see why they gave it to him. He was Captain America. I think that it could have gone to anybody. I think it could have gone to Steph, KD, or Bron. All 3 of those guys had their moments. I mean, there's some Anthony Edwards stuff in there too, but he obviously he wasn't playing when the going got tough. So yeah, I'm not upset about the selection. I mean, just his counting stats alone look good.
I'm gonna throw the question back to Ant. Do you think they should have considered Jokic for MVP? I know he lost in what, the
They got
semifinals.
third, right?
Yeah, he got
Yeah, they got
third. I think they
bronze.
got
Serbia
bronze.
I don't know. I mean, like, if we just going based off individual performance, I think like he almost averaged like a triple double. So I mean, like that's crazy. He definitely was the like the anchor for that team. Like he was out there yelling on both ends all game long, every game they played. So I don't know, what Franz numbers look like. I'll say like that's my question. Can you pull it up real quick? What Franz them in Germany? Like what Franz averaged for the Olympics? No, just click Germany.
There you go.
Korea.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
okay.
bad.
Not as crazy as I thought, but I mean, he averaged more points. I
Yeah.
don't know. I guess like when you start looking at like leaders of their team, Jokic is definitely up there, definitely a conversation for, especially with him getting them third. And I'm pretty sure that's the only game they lost, was the game they lost to us. So Jokic was doing his thing, but it almost kind of got to be somebody on the gold medal team, unless it
Yeah.
was like unless he's averaging like 25 or something crazy like that. Then it's like, all right, ain't really nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I mean Serbia probably gave them the hardest game that wasn't pre pre actual
That was a tough game,
exhibition
period.
games.
That was the Serbia game was the hardest game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, shout out to Jokic, shout out LeBron, shout out Curry, shout out
Shout out
Durant.
Yabusele. That man got a contract off of that.
Yeah.
Philly even picked him up. They like, hey, let's hope it translate.
But moving on to some more Olympic news or old news, Jayson Tatum. It's been a thing since the Olympics started, and it's still kind of a thing. There's this discussion around Jayson Tatum and his lack of minutes, why he didn't get minutes, why he did get, or why he should have been getting minutes, blah, blah, blah. Some people are pointing to his performance. Now, just to point out his
Those are the right
stats,
people.
just to point out his stats in this Olympic campaign, he averaged 5.3 points, shooting 38% from the field. He shot 0% from three, while averaging 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1 steal. Now, his dad, Jayson Tatum, says he would have found a way to give Jayson Tatum more minutes during the Olympics. Now, I'm gonna go to you, Brandon, because you're a big stats guy.
Man, this man, daddy had to get go on the wax to try to save him, bro. I'm not trying to do this with him. Man, I'm sorry, dog. Go ahead and finish before I go in.
You're good. You're good. My question to you is: do you think Jayson Tatum's lack of minutes, this whole discussion around his lack of minutes, is taken away from Team USA's win?
No, it's taken away from Jayson Tatum the respectability of the player. Because why is your family going on wax and saying that you should have played when you missed every jump shot? Not a single bunny, not a single mid-range, not a single three was made by Jayson Tatum. So I'm sorry for Steve Kerr, the jump shooting coach that won 4 titles. You think he's going to play someone that can't shoot? This goes all the way back to the playoffs because he shot 35% from the field in the playoffs. He ain't been a shooter in 4 months. So until he fixes his jump shot, he ain't getting on the floor. If you want to feel some type of way about it, go ahead and go ahead and tell us why you should have played over Derek White, who was making his shots, Drew Holiday, who was making his shot, Bam, who was guarding everything, AD, who's guarding everything, Bron playing point guard, Curry doing his thing, KD doing his thing, and Anthony Edwards doing his thing, and Booker sacrificing to make it all work. So if he deserves to play over any of those players, go ahead and tell me who you're going to take off the list and why they shouldn't have played. Because can't no one tell me why. Everyone's just saying he should have played because he was first team All NBA. First team All League's nuts, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. He wasn't making no jump shots. He don't get to play. He was shooting a horrendous percentage, so he shouldn't play. And that's just my humble opinion on it.
Same question, Ed. Do you think Jayson Tatum's lack of minutes is taken away from Team USA's win?
So it's multiple parts to my answer to this, right? Because here's the thing. Because he's not shooting well, because he's literally going like from playoffs on forward, right? He hasn't been shooting well from three. Like I think he was shooting like 28% from three, like from the entire playoffs. Like so he has not been shooting well for a while. Granted, Jayson Tatum led his team before they made it to the finals. He was the leading scorer for the Celtics over the course of the whole playoffs. So we know that he can play without making jump shots. He had several 25-point, 30-point games without hitting threes, only making 6 free throws a game. So it's not like he was living at the line. He knew how to play ball. Granted, saying that, I wouldn't have played. I think the way they handled him not playing is what makes it weird. Because if you simply, hey, he's not hitting jump shots right now. We kind of like need the way we trying to play. We would need him to hit jump shots, so we're gonna play other people over that. Instead of like, oh man, I don't know what happened. Oh man, like I meant to play him. Oh man, like that's the stuff that was making it weird to me. And then it's like, it's almost like how strange it's been with the Jaylen Brown situation too, and like the Celtics taking the lead as now they're the franchise with the most NBA championships. It's like all that stuff culminates. It just looks weird because it just like there was no straightforward, like there was no honesty, no straightforwardness. Everything seems like something's being said and it's not what's really going on, and that's what's making the whole situation just look weird to me because it's not like, yeah, he shouldn't have been starting. Yeah, he probably doesn't play a lot of minutes, but I mean, if we're gonna be completely honest about it, what was Derek White doing that he wouldn't have been able to do? Now, again, not saying he should play over him, but there was nothing special happening from the 10th man spot, no matter who the 10th man was, any Olympic game we had. There was nothing spectacular happening from there. Everybody was playing a certain way because like there was no need. Just like you said, the first 4 games, Steph didn't shoot well. Steph didn't shoot a lot either. He shot a couple. Oh, shit ain't falling. All right, here you go, Ant. Here you go, KD. Here you go, Book. Because that was the type of team we had. So it's the same thing with the Jayson Tatum situation. There was no need for him to go out on the floor and do what he just did in the playoffs. In the playoffs, he just went out there and without a jump shot, he played basketball correctly and was putting points up on the board, finding ways to put points up on the board. We didn't need him to do that here. This wasn't that type of team. There was good enough players for him to just like literally like chill. But the way that it was being handled in the media, instead of it just being like, hey, that's what's going on, it just kept being all these different statements from all over the place. And then like the stuff with Grant Hill. And then it's like, come to find out Grant Hill don't even really get a final say on who's on the team. So it's like they damn near using him as a scapegoat, like they fake go-between guy. And it's just like the whole thing is weird. The whole thing is just weird. Like I have never ever seen champions be treated like no one wanted them to win.
Yeah, but didn't two of his teammates play?
Yeah, and that's fine. That's what I'm telling you. That's all that's fine. I'm not saying he should have played, but it's weird the way it was handled because and the only other team I could think of where I know for sure the way this shit happened was in the 08 team with Tayshaun Prince and Carlos Boozer. And there wasn't a question why they didn't play. It was just like, okay, the other guys are playing better. That's our winning rotation right now. They're killing. So they just didn't play. Tayshaun, like, Tayshaun Prince was a champion. He won one with the fucking Pistons. Like, so, Carlos Boozer was one of the top scorers because that's back when he was still on the Jazz. But there was no question. It was just like, oh, okay, yeah, no, those guys are killing right now. But with Jayson Tatum, it was being handled weird. And then, like, that's my biggest thing is like, why couldn't y'all just say what it was and be done with it?
I really do wish they would have just said he's not like making his jump shots and we need him to do that.
Because
I just don't know if that would have went over well with Celtics fans, with his mom and dad hopped on wax to say something.
It doesn't matter. Because it's the truth. Because if we go look at it, the nigga shot under 30%. If you're shooting under 35, you're not a good 3-point shooter. That's facts. That's what the NBA we live in right now. He shot under 30. He still was getting 25 a game, but the nigga shot under 30. And with the people he would have been on the floor with, we kind of need to space the floor. Bam's going to be on the floor. AD's going to be on the floor. Ant's cutting. He's dunking. Ant's looking to cut and dunk. It would make more sense for Tyrese Halliburton to play. He spaces the floor, passes really well. Derek White can do those things, but Derek White's better than Tyrese Halliburton on defense. That's why Derek White plays. So, but even with that, what did Derek White do that Jayson Tatum would have been able to do? But I'm
made a fucking jump shot.
But just be honest about it. Like it's this weird Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown attack shit that it looks weird. I ain't gonna just all in say I'm like with that it's a conspiracy like everybody else, but it looked weird. It just looks weird. It looked like they've been wanting them to break up. They didn't want them to win, and now that they win, now that they done won, and the Celtics are leading the NBA in like for franchise and championships, they ain't like no parts of none of that.
It's funny because I really haven't seen that part of the discourse. I don't know. I mean, for me, it's tough to say because I genuinely just don't think Tatum was playing well enough for them to justify playing him. Like, you're not shooting. If you're a non-shooter, you can't play on this team. Especially if you're not a big. And I feel like they maybe hinted at that a little early on because Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, me personally, if we're like thinking about the context of the team, they did need a player like Halliburton in the lineup, but that's Steph Curry. You don't get to play over. I'm sorry, that's Steph Curry. And that's all he had to say on that. Tyrese Halliburton probably got that conversation behind closed doors, went back and was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna get my gold and come back in 28. Now I'm hoping Tatum comes back in 28 better, but like if he's acting like this right now, I mean, I said his mom and his dad are on wax.
He hasn't done anything though. Everybody, his family, other players from that, other retired players, current players, other podcast people, everybody else is talking. The only thing he said is it was a humbling experience.
Would he actually say anything that may make him look like?
No, he just said it was a very humbling experience.
Yeah, I think he's protecting his brand by doing that.
I'm pretty sure he sees it the same way. I'm pretty sure he'd be like, well, shit, I wouldn't have been able to do what they needed me to do. I need to go to the drawing board and get better. That's something I need to improve on. There's no way I should be shooting this bad.
Yeah.
I'm finna go improve. I can't do it right now. Like, we in France. I can't just all of a sudden, I'm not Steph. So the jump shot shit, no, I can't just all of a sudden turn that back on. So, all right, that's what happened. Cool. I got you. Won't happen again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, even when Embiid was missing his shots, he was still like effective. It's just the fact that Tatum is a perimeter player not making his, like, you just can't have that. And
But
I
Joel
really
Embiid
wish the
was
fans
given
would
an
see that.
opportunity to put forth effort on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Jayson Tatum was not given that opportunity because he was not scoring. He was not playing at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Joel Embiid still got to be out there, get blocks, get just get big man cut points, like shit like that. It's like, nah, Jayson Tatum, just you gotta sit.
You know,
And
funny enough,
understandably so, because look how Devin Booker was playing, look how Anthony Edwards was playing, look how KD and Stephen was playing.
yeah.
Everybody was efficiently making it happen. We don't have time for somebody to need to take 5 or 6 shots to get it going. That's not what that wasn't the environment we was in this Olympics. We couldn't.
So
We do
he
that
cut
shit.
off
We
8
lose
points.
those last 2 games if we try to do that shit against Serbia or France. We lose.
Yeah. There was well, there's less time in FIBA too, because every quarter is 10 minutes. There's less stoppage. There's not like there's not a lot of subbing in and subbing out and stuff like that.
Shit, wasn't nobody missing.
So,
That's what I was noticing.
yeah.
Like
We didn't have
motherfuckers
enough
was
time to mess around.
either a steal or a block was happening, or motherfuckers was not missing because it wasn't barely any rebounds to go around. Period for anybody. It's crazy when you think about LeBron got most of them hoes.
Yeah.
It just
Like,
I'll
I
give
really
I'll
hope
give
he
you the
comes
last
back in
word.
28.
5 rebound games is crazy.
Yeah.
I'll give you the last word on it, Brendan, so we can move on. But what were you saying?
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say I hope he comes back in 28. I hope he does understand that it was just because he wasn't making his jump shots. And because I mean, Tatum hasn't been like his jump shot, if y'all see it, it's changed now. He has a weird hitch in his elbow now. So he ain't been like a great jump shooter in a while now. So I'm hoping that this is like a wake-up call for him. I hope that he understands why he didn't play and that his family talking and all the fans saying whatever they saying isn't an extension of how he feels about it, because I would be completely disappointed if that was the case.
Yeah, I mean, you can't feel too bad because
he fucked up.
He got his chip and he got his gold medal. So I mean, the worst case, you go back to the gym, get that jump shot right, because I know he could do it. He's shown it before. But let's move on to another Olympian, not basketball Olympian, but someone who's kind of been in the limelight because of his accolades on the field and also his comments. So
Yeah, hater.
Noah Lyles
Right, hater, bro.
had some choice words to say about the NBA calling the champs the world champs. He basically said, "World champion of what? The United States." His point, from what I'm understanding, is how can you be world champions if you're not playing against everybody? Kind of like the Olympics, yada yada. Now, some of the NBA players, they were shooting back. Like they showed up to his race to watch him race, make sure he won because he was talking that hot shit. Melo was questioning, why you shooting at the NBA? You should be shooting at the people in charge, asking why you don't have a league of your own for track and field, besides the Olympics. And recently he's even been back and forth with Tyreek Hill after Tyreek questioned his COVID-19 excuse when he won. What did he win? Bronze or silver?
When he lost the race, he was talking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
he won the one that nobody cared about.
Man said in the 200 he was gonna hit the corner and everybody was gonna be depressed, and that is not what happened.
It looks like he was the one depressed because he got wheeled out in that wheelchair. But hey,
then he went out. Then he went out the same night, but we ain't finna talk about that.
Hey, and that's what Tyreek Hill's point was. He said you had COVID-19, but you was out partying. Noah Lyles said, I don't even know who that is, on an interview with, I think he was with Shannon Sharp. And then Tyreek said, let's race, basically. Like, shoot the ones. Let's race this 50 meter. So, and I'm going to go to you. Does Noah Lyles have a point about everything he's been saying, or is he just hating?
I think the weird part about it is, like, before he said it, I never heard anybody call it that. You're just an NBA champion. At least that was my understanding of it. But he's kind of right. He just has like it was just weird thing to say because like I think the question that was asked to him like didn't have anything to do with the NBA at all. Like I'm pretty sure they asked him. I don't like every time there has been a quote from him or there's been a statement from him. It's been stuff dealing with the deals he was been trying to get or like the different stuff he has going on with Adidas and him trying to get a sneaker deal. He doesn't want spikes. And it was like he brought Anthony Edwards' name into the conversation. It's just like it's weird to me that someone that runs track doesn't understand running your own race. Because it's just like, why do you keep bringing all these other names, all these other people into your situation? Like, do what you got to do to sell yourself. Like, you don't, like Melo said, like, why do you keep shooting at the NBA? Like, why do you keep saying stuff about NBA players? Like, it's just strange. And then another thing I noticed, I think the biggest part about it to me that I thought was strange, if you notice during the Olympics, a lot of other like countries support they own. So like from other events, they'll go support their own people. So like how the women, I think it was the women table tennis team came to see the NBA, came to see the men's basketball games. Anthony Edwards went to see their games. There was WNBA players at the swimming events, some of the gymnastic events. Everybody was supporting each other. Even like on the boat, you see all these different athletes of different sports taking pictures together. Everybody's commingling. You don't see Noah Lyles. So it's almost like everybody. You talk about the Celtics having a stench. It's almost like he had a stench the whole time he was at the Olympics. Because I don't remember seeing anybody like talk to him, mess with him. And then the funnier part about it is because he had COVID and he got third in the 200 is part of the reason why he didn't run in the 4x for the 200. He wasn't part of those guys and they got gold. Funnily enough, without him running,
Comeback too. Comeback too.
right, our 4x200 team won gold, men's and women, and they were there to support each other when they did it. So I don't know. It's weird to me. I just feel like if somebody asks you a question and it got something to do with what you got going on, you should talk about you and what you bring to the table and not bring up other guys because you feel like Anthony Edwards having a shoe, you deserve a shoe too because you're a champion and he's not. It's just like that's a weird angle to come at. Like you trying to bring another person down to show where you are. That's just weird. That's weird to me personally. That's just weird.
Yeah, it smells like hater. But Brandon, I'll ask you: does
A
Noah
hater.
Lyles have a
Damn.
point, or is he just a hater?
I don't think Noah Lyles has had a point this entire time other than to try to get attention on himself because nobody cares about running after Usain Bolt. And I think that's a him problem because he is a hater. Like the stuff with Anthony Edwards where they were trying to sign him to an Adidas contract and they were trying to do an Anthony Edwards ex Noah Lyles thing. And he was like, well, I'm not going to go and present this guy's shoe. I'm sorry, dog. I know who Anthony Edwards is. I don't know who you are. Like you're in a way
He
you're
apparently doesn't know who Jokic is either. But
that's what he's so disrespectful. That's what it comes down to is disrespectful. Because what he even said initially about the NBA calling themselves world champions, I'm sorry, but they don't. It's the Larry O'Brien NBA championship. The teams call it the world champion. It's on the shirts. It's on the propaganda. But I'm sorry, tell me a team out in the world that's gonna beat the Celtics. The Celtics could have walked into the Olympics and potentially gotten gold. I'm not trying to hear any of this stuff. He's hating. Like Melo's right. He need to worry about what he got going on because as of now, I don't want anything to do with Noah Lyles. I think he a hater. I think he was capping on having COVID because he was tired from getting gold in the other event. He didn't have enough to get his and his. So all that extra stuff, clean out the window. I'm not trying to hear it. I don't even want to talk about this dude no more. Like I hope we don't hear about him again because from where I'm sitting, he don't deserve no type of attention for trolling. I'm not trying to hear that.
Hey, out of respect for Brandon, we will move on because he don't want to talk about it no more. But hey, last thing on the Olympics. It's Olympics adjacent, but it's still Olympics. FIBA would not allow Big Three versus Netherlands to play a friendly 3v3 challenge game, right? Ice Cube called out the the 3v3 gold winners, the Netherlands, to play the All-Stars of, the league winners of their Big Three league, and for a
I
friendly
don't think
3v3.
they're all-star team.
Was it the All-Stars? My bad. So the Big Three All-Stars team versus the Netherlands gold winning 3v3 squad. FIBA apparently threatened. This is crazy. This some like mob like, hey, don't cross this line. This is our property. FIBA has threatened to expel the Netherlands from the FIBA 3v3 Europe Cup if they were to play a friendly against the Big Three. Now, Ice Cube and his partner, let me find his name real quick. Sorry. Have basically said they have had run-ins in the past with FIBA and the NBA. How you say that? Quatinets. Jeff Quatinets. Sorry if I'm butchering that. I know I am.
Right.
But Ice Cube and Jeff have both said that, I'm going to just call you Jeff, have both said that FIBA and the NBA have kind of been like holding them down a little bit, and not in a good way, preventing them from basically growing and going outside of the little crowd they have already. So, so I'm going to go to you, because I know you're a fan of the Big Three. Why do you think FIBA is blocking this friendly 3v3 matchup?
I honestly don't know, because it's good for everybody. Like,
It's not good for the Netherlands. They're gonna lose.
I mean, but even if they lose, like, it still is though, because it's just like, okay, they still go. I mean, they don't lose they medal. It's like we're still Olympic champion, like we still gold medalists. And it's just like it brings more eyes to that specific event, to the 3v3 thing, because I mean, think about it. We saw Jimmer Fredette on the team. Everybody was trying to figure out, all right, well, how do they pick? How do we find out like what is the process? Like nobody knew anything about the 3v3 format for the Olympics at all. So I think them playing would have brought more eyes to that for us and for the Olympics in general. And it just would have been like great for the sport, because like who doesn't love seeing high level players compete? Like the players in Big Three, like, hey, I keep speaking about Michael Beasley. He just won MVP for the league. Michael Beasley is literally perfect for the 3v3 format. He is a 6'10 player that can do everything. From dribbling, passing, creating his own shot, defending, he can do it all. And it's like those are the type of players I was seeing the other countries had in the 3v3 tournament. Like, I think one of the only games I got to see US play against Serbia. Them dudes on the Serbia 3v3 team play just like Serbia team that Jokic was on. Like, it was
throwing passes,
basketball movement. They all around the same height. They take at every open shot they see. They're crashing the board. Like, they physical on defense. So it's like it's not like we the only country sitting a lesser caliber of player. If we don't be real about it, we could be sending better guys if we had more eyes on it. And this is one of those things that would put more eyes. It would make more people attempt to like go to the Olympics for the 3v3 thing, because the best guys we have for it are in his league. Just be straight up about it. Like they all play in a 3v3 format. So it would be an easier adjustment for them to play in the 3v3 Olympic format. Like those guys already, and it's like we can't send any NBA players, because I think all the qualifiers for like who makes the team for it is all during the NBA season. So like it literally has to be retired players, YouTube guys, college guys. So I mean, I don't know. It's just weird, because I can't really see any negative coming from it for anybody. I just don't get why they would block it. It's strange.
I mean, it sounds like FIBA's just hating right now. Like they don't want them to play because they feel like they're the more official faction. I mean, FIBA in of itself can have some pretty sketchy stuff anyway. I mean, in the article that we're mentioning, they tried to stop a player from even playing in the league, and this is back before the 2020 Olympics, because he didn't want him to play for the Big Three, and he played for ended up playing for I forget the team, but they didn't want him to play for the Big Three. I just think that FIBA doesn't want to get embarrassed by having retired NBA players beat their guys, but who cares? I mean, I think you're right.
Our retired NBA players are still some of the best in the world.
That's what I'm saying. Like Michael Beasley could probably play on an NBA team if he like if like the
Jason
cards were the
Richardson
right
can
way.
Still give a lot of these NBA players 15 points. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I hope next time. But I heard because even to get on a men's 3v3 cup, you need to be available year round, and that's why there's not any NBA players on it.
Right?
You got to play in like 4 or 5 tournaments that are happening during the season because like that's why I'm like, oh, why won't we just send I don't know, Kyrie, Booker, and AD, right? I don't know, just some random 3. Why don't we just send those type of like? Because I think 3 NBA players are gonna run that whole thing out the water. So it's
we gotta send the right 3. We gotta.
Hey, since we're in the topic, off the cuff, quick. Which 3 you sending? Which 3 you sending to the 3v3? Just off the cuff.
We talking 28.
Like Paolo, Kuminga, and Chet, like some crazy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, whoever was raw and didn't make the Olympic team, we gotta put 5 of them together. And honestly, we could send a point guard. Like we could send Trae Young. Trae Young will kill, but like we really don't gotta send.
Yeah, I want defense. I want defense more than offense.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like we really don't gotta send a point guard. We could just send 3 wings. I think we'd be fine.
Man,
so 2 playmaking scores and a stretch big.
Yeah, like bro, like Paul George, Paolo,
what's the
and
builds
Chet
in 2K?
Like, bro, we send Paul George, Paolo, and Chet. How they gonna beat us?
Yeah.
Like realistically, like we had Jimmy Butler's backup and Brandon Ingram. Like what do you do?
Bring out just some OG mid-range ISO scores like DeRozan or something, and just have them just go out there and post up over and over again.
Allen Iverson was born too early. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Like I mean, Kyrie's the logical one for this, but he's not gonna be around in 28 for it.
Yeah, true.
But that's a perfect segue to our.
Yeah,
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox or Lonzo.
But
Jalen Suggs even.
Yeah, Suggs would be great in that format.
All right. Yeah. That'd be cool. I just feel like, hey, 3v3 in the park on 2K is like the thing to do. So why wouldn't 3v3 in the Olympics be fun? Just put that 2K camera on the back. Just swap every possession. But anyway, I think that's a perfect segue to our next, not topic, but exercise. So we have a 2028 Team USA way too early draft. All right. Now, the goal of this is for Ant and Brandon to work together and draft a team of 12 players that you think would be a force to be reckoned with in the 2028 Olympics. What's that? Is that in LA or Vegas? Where was it again?
It's in LA.
It's in LA. So here's the rules, right? Again, like I said, 12 players. Each person can only pick a max of 2 players per position. So Ant will pick 6. Brandon will pick 6. So if Ant decides to pick Brunson and Trae Young, right? That's 2 point guards. He can't pick another point guard because we don't want like 7 centers, and you know what I'm saying. So you can't pick players that would play for another country that you think will play for another country. Like we don't know, obviously. Like Alvarado played for Puerto Rico, but again, Embiid,
none of the Canadians.
Yeah, so Embiid will probably play for Cameroon as an example. And in the last role, you have to come to an agreement on a coach and 2 assistants. So we'll do that at the end. But to start, we'll go ahead and start with Brandon because I feel like we've been starting with Ant on most of the topics. So we'll give Brandon the first pick in the 2028.
Can we pick the coaches first? Because I feel like me and Brandon, like low-key, already agree on who the coach should be, and we can just move on.
Yeah, if you want, go ahead. Start with the coaches. Start with the coaches.
Yeah, Spoelstra, right?
Yeah, Spo. Yeah, that's right. I don't even give a who the assistants are. Probably maybe one of them. We need a defensive-minded assistant coach, maybe. At least one.
Shoot, who even put in that spot? I mean, who's the Timberwolves coach? Put him in there.
Yeah,
Thibodeau. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Throw somebody.
Up this notepad real quick. Hold on. So you got
Timberwolves coach.
Taylor Jenkins.
Ain't that Memphis coach? I thought it was Memphis coach.
Oh, that is him. No, it's God dang, what is that guy's name? I'm a horrible fan right now.
Is it Flip? Flips?
No,
No.
not
What
Flip.
coach you
He's
talking
dead.
about? What coach you
Yeah,
talking
Flip
about?
has to go. Not Flip.
Timberwolves coach.
For the Timberwolves. Who's their head coach?
Chris Finch. Yeah, Chris Finch.
Okay.
Chris Finch.
Yeah, we'll take him as an assistant. Yeah. Spoke with Chris Finch and
He's one of these new age coaches
Ty
who I
Lue.
don't know.
So Chris Finch, and then who else for your who your second? You said Ty Lue?
Sure. Ty Lue. Yeah, Ty Lue was on this. He was an assistant this time around. So
Yeah.
All right. So you got Eric Spoelstra as your main head coach, Chris Finch and Ty Lue as your assistant coaches. Now go ahead, Brandon. First pick in the 2028 for Team USA.
I'm gonna take Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. All
Yeah.
right. You think he'll win a championship by then?
No.
All right, Ant, go ahead with number 2.
Well, there's a couple of those guys that like have to go back. Like if we being real about it. So like Bam, I'll take Bam as my first pick. Like he definitely gotta go back.
Okay. We got
Yeah,
Bam.
Bam's.
All right, go ahead, Brandon, with the third pick.
I mean, I'm gonna take Halliburton.
Okay.
I think he's gonna come back. I think he earned his spot back.
Yeah, I
Bam.
got I'm gonna go Book.
Yeah.
Book comes back. He played amazing.
Yeah.
Drew's probably gonna be too old around this second time around. I think he's gonna be like 36, 37, 2028 come around. So we
I think
definitely
he's
gonna
gonna
need
be 40,
that.
dog. I think
Yeah,
he's
I'm gonna say
36
we gonna
now,
need Book. Shit. Yeah.
bro.
Go ahead,
Damn,
Brandon.
he is
Number
36.
5.
I'm crazy. Yeah, I was gonna take Book, but I mean, I'll pick Tatum. I do want him to come back. Hope he takes some emphasis, like some inspiration from what Book did, where all Book did was when the ball went up, he went off on the fast break, picked up 94 feet, hit open threes. That's all you need. That's all we need out of him. So
All right, go ahead with number 6.
Ja. Because
You
we're
think
not
they,
gonna have
you
we
think,
gonna need him.
yeah.
you think
We
he'll be loud out
literally
the
gonna need
country?
because we ain't gonna have Steph, bro. We gonna need something crazy at that point guard position.
We're finna go back to OG USA basketball. All this jump shooting stuff's gone, bro. We're gonna go meet some people at the cup.
Steals and dunks.
Hey, that would be crazy. Ja Morant just thought. You think Jokic gonna be in the league by then? You imagine Ja dunking
Yeah.
on Jokic,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. You know them foreign players, they still play like for the Olympic teams, even when they be a little older, because like they
Yeah.
still be like some of the best players in their country.
Yeah. All right,
I
Brandon, go
think
ahead with
Jokic only
7.
like I think Jokic only like 29 anyway. He got time.
Yeah, he young, he'll
I'm
still
taking
be.
AD again.
How old is Anthony Davis? You said Anthony Davis, right?
Yeah, I think he's turning 30 now. He's been in the league 12 years now. Yeah, he's turning 30.
All right, Ant, you up?
Paolo Banchero, because we will not have LeBron James. We will need Paolo Banchero.
Paolo's a power forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Paolo powerful.
He's a wing. I would say a forward, just a forward. So we got Tatum and Paolo. Those are our forwards.
And well, I guess you should consider Anthony Davis a center.
Yeah.
I'll put him as center. All right. Brandon, go ahead. Number 9.
I'm gonna take
You got 2 more picks.
what's already we already got point guards, we already got shooting guards.
You have one.
So we got
Oh,
guards
yeah.
already. We got guards full, wings full, bigs full. So I guess we take another forward. Yeah, 4 forwards, 4 guards.
Yeah, I mean, you could pick. You
2
could pick
bigs.
whoever. You just can't. You personally just can't pick more than 2 per position.
Okay.
So
okay.
if you can't pick like 3 point guards,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm taking Chet
I'm
then.
putting the last 2 picks on.
Chet.
I'm
All
taking Chet. Yeah.
Chet's a power forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna need him for
He's
sure.
a center. He's a center power. He's a center forward. He can play both.
Yeah. He'll probably end up playing center for the Olympic team.
I think he might have a championship by then.
Go ahead, Ant. Two more picks for you.
Zion
Okay.
at the three.
Zion and Zob. Job, bro.
Yeah,
Zion, Ja, Anthony Edwards. How do you
I'm
stop
trying
that?
to
Like
win.
just
I ain't trying to look.
abusing the rim.
I ain't come here to fuck around. I'm trying to win.
All right, go ahead, Brandon.
Man.
Number 11.
Um, man, that was a great pick. Jaylen Brown.
Okay. Shooting guard, right?
Mm,
All right, Ant. Last pick.
I think KD will be back. I'll take KD for my last pick. I think he'll come back. I think he got one more.
Gracefully aging KD. Okay.
Yeah,
I think KD can play for as long as he wants, honestly. Like, I was thinking the other day because like KD lost 2 years because of his like foot injury, right? Like, who's to say he don't play for like another like 5 years? Like, he's saying, oh, as the younger players are coming in and I'm getting older, it's starting to look a little different. And I think about retirement, but he just started saying that now and he just turned 36. There's no way he's not. KD is a hoop demon. I don't think he ever wants to stop.
Yeah, I mean, he has a jump shot. So, you know what I mean? A catch and shoot at the very least. So, all right. So, let's just go down the list. So, we got Ant Edwards, Bam, Halliburton, Devin Booker, Jayson Tatum, John Morant, Anthony Davis, Paolo Banchero, Chet, Zion, Jaylen Brown, and KD. So 12. Now, just to make it a little bit more fun, what's y'all starting five? If y'all had to come together and make a starting five.
at the one.
I would go Halliburton at the one if I would. Yeah, I want a table setter.
I think Ja got to start. We got to come out with some heat. We can't be having those slow starts. We can't be waiting to. Ja got to start. Devin Booker, man, and that's the tough part is who starts at the two.
I mean, I was thinking point guard. Oh.
Called it.
So
ahead, Brandon.
I was thinking point guard, Booker, and then I would put
Said a point
Tatum at
guard
the 4.
or shooting
Point
guard?
guard,
So
I put
look at the
8.8. Yeah, either Ja or Halliburton at the 1, and then Booker and Ant, and then Tatum at the 4, and then at center we'd probably put Anthony Davis or Bam.
So Booker and who at the two?
I would put Anthony Edwards out there with Booker. Yeah, I would play them together. I mean, I think this all to patch them, and they did that this time. They ran 3 guards. See why they wouldn't.
Well, just give me a starting five. What you think your best lineup is, yo? Just for this squad.
Okay, I can live with Ja at the 1.
Well, Ja at the 1, we cool with that? Ja Morant at the 1.
Wait, are we doing? He got his starting 5 and then mine.
No. Just make one together. So Ja at the 1.
See, it's tough for me because like I ain't even gonna lie to you. Looking at it, my starting 5 probably would be Ja, Ant, Zion, Paolo, Anthony Davis.
It's ready to go muscle people, huh?
Yeah, like I'll just let them boys just run the floor. Hey, y'all know get out there. Yeah.
Fast break.
Every time you get a stop, look up the floor. Somebody ready to dunk on something.
Now, Brandon, is there anything you'd like to replace on that list, or can you live with that as your starting 5?
Man, see, that's Zion Paolo thing. I'm not. We'll see. I want to know where, depending on where Zion's at. I think I'm cool with that, honestly, because I think Zion plays a lot like LeBron and more. I think more of a way than Paolo does. But that's like, if we're talking about, yeah, I think that would work. I don't have any vetoes to that. I don't think it matters because we'll have the best.
Not against starting
12
Chet
out there
with Anthony Davis either though. Chet at the 4 with AD at the 5.
Man,
that shit might be kind of or Chet and Bam.
Ain't nothing at the rim.
So lock it in. We got Ja Morant, AE at 2,
Right,
Zion at
we
3.
start at the top. We gonna lock them. So
Okay,
who's
John
point
Morant.
guard?
John Morant, point guard.
Ja.
Ja. All right.
You locking
2.
it? Okay,
And
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
Ja's lock.
Edwards.
I'm
that's
cool
a
with
lock.
Locked.
yes.
Okay,
Sir.
3, Zion.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we can lock that.
4, Paolo.
I got Tatum.
I'm fine with Tatum. I'm hoping that by then he will have gone back to be the Jayson Tatum we know him to be. So yeah, I'm fine with Tatum at the 4.
I mean, he's already the Tatum I know him to be.
All right, and then 5, Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the best man for the job. Yeah,
Okay.
it's either gonna be him or Bam. To be completely honest, like it's either him or Bam starting at the 5.
Yeah, just hopefully AD don't get a bunch of more injuries that will halt his, his
Yeah,
defensive prowess. But just
Yeah.
hopefully everybody's in good health and still playing up to
no
their
trouble.
potential, right?
Not getting trouble.
Yeah, not in
Fucking
trouble.
Zion and Ja.
We're not looking at anybody in particular, but
Damn, I'm gonna say it. Look, I'm gonna say it right here. Zion and Ja, y'all way too nice. I need y'all to stay out of the public eye. I need y'all to get on the court and kill, cause y'all letting people. Man, look, it's a lot of people shouldn't be where they be seed wise, and it's because y'all two. That's all I'm saying. The West about to be crazy. as shit.
hey,
Yeah, it's
You seen Zion? You see how much he just
yeah,
slimmed
he looked
down?
crazy. Yeah, he looked crazy.
Man.
Yo, the NBA just came out with those. Remember they were making those little short films on players. They released a whole bunch of them, and like the Zion one's crazy because like if you think about it, he really like, it just like reading back on what he was saying and like listening to it. He was hurt he was hurt, and it wasn't even his fault. He just didn't get it right.
Yeah.
Everyone quick to call it weight stuff. The dude was already putting in the work to slim down. He had been doing that.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out. It's just tough. You gotta figure out what worked for your body.
Yeah.
And he didn't figure it out, so motherfuckers in danger.
It's gonna be crazy. Zion's gonna come back. Zion, you know how mad he got when he got hurt at the end of that play-in game, yo? He looked so pissed off.
I think he had like 40 or something like that. He was killing.
40, like 40, 12, and like 8. He was killing the Lakers. Man, they couldn't do nothing with him.
hey, well, I'm gonna pop our list on the screen, or Brandon and Ant's list on the screen. Y'all let us know what y'all think of the list in the comments. Let us know who you replace, who you take out. If we tripping, tell us we tripping. Hey, if it's a fire list, tell us it's fire. But we gonna move on. So the NBA 2024 and 2025 schedule has been released. Now I'm bringing up a little article about the key matchups you don't want to miss. But let's start with Brandon again. Just based on what happened this past season, the Olympics, trades, yada yada. And I can go to a specific matchup on here if you want. But what are you looking most forward to this upcoming NBA season? What matchup? What game? Just give me your take.
I think I'm really looking forward to I want to see Wemby play Giannis. I want to see that. I'm actually surprised that Giannis isn't playing on Christmas. That's actually crazy. This is like the first year in like 5 years he hasn't played on Christmas. I mean Celtics at Heat, obviously. I mean, just for the continued rivalry. The Mavs playing the Timberwolves over again would be fun. But we'll see. There's a lot of games. I don't think any of them stick out more than another. I think like the key matchup games on certain holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas,
That one right
New Year, like what Martin Luther King Jr. Day, stuff like that.
The one right at the bottom of that list. Yeah, that one right there. That's the one. I can't wait.
Real quick before we get
That
to Ed.
was Golden State?
Real quick before we get to Ed, just if you had to pick one, Brandon, which just pick one like game key matchup that you're just looking forward to based on like trades, like Ann said, bad blood, playoff rematches, stuff like that. Just give me one game. I know there's so many games to look at. Just give me one. What are you looking most forward to?
I'm looking at Timberwolves at Mavs on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why?
Oh, they play on Christmas?
Yeah, they play on Christmas. Just because, like, I mean, I think that could be a budding rivalry. I mean, Anthony Edwards versus Luka. We were talking about it all last year. Me personally, I thought it would have been the Timberwolves versus the Thunder because I think the Anthony Edwards versus Shea is more of a rivalry because Anthony Edwards talks a lot of shit about Shea. But yeah, no, this should be a good game.
All right, back to you, Ed. I know you already kind of answered it, but what matchup are you looking forward to
It's
the most?
it's um it's 3 games. So
Okay.
it's the first time Dallas and Golden State play. The Because I want to see Steph's reaction. I want to see how Clay gonna play. The Philly versus Clippers, the first time they play, because I want to see I just
Oh
want to see
yeah.
how the Clippers are going to receive Paul George, like how that's all going to play out. And then I think the last one I want to see is, I think I'm with Brandon. I want to see the Bucks play San Antonio. But that's just because I really feel like San Antonio gotta gonna have like a better team than people think.
Yeah.
I think Steven Castile, I think Chris Paul, and they gonna actually go ahead and unleash Wemby this year. I think the Spurs gonna be in the mix. I definitely want to see them play. And plus, I need the Bucks to come with it. Like, I need everybody to be ready. It looked like we got two very good young pickups in this draft. Like, luckily, I don't know how we pulled that off, but we got two very solid pickups. But I need the Bucks to play. I need them to play ball. I need Dame to be ready this year.
Just for the background, and the Bucks is your team you rooting for, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
it's funny because my dark horse team is Orlando, but I'm rooting for the Bucks.
Okay. Okay. Brandon, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I mean that they're really setting Wimby up for the Christmas game against the Knicks. Like he could have a giant game. And I was actually gonna ask you guys something because this Wimby might get unleashed this year. I think this could happen. It could. It's like this is like a far off possibility. But could Wimby win every individual award at the same time? You talking about
I don't think they
MVP,
all give a most improved,
most
but
improved
he,
player, defensive player of the year.
hey,
Say he go
the
from
defensive player is
what
still
20
crazy.
and 10 to 30 and 12 or something. Like
Well, I
every
mean,
individual award at the same time would be crazy. It is a possibility.
he can't win six man.
Right?
But like, if you're asking, can he win the achievable ones? Like, clearly he's not winning six man. Clearly he's not winning
MVP
most
defensive player
improved unless he
13.
just take off. He could, but possible, yeah. Because what are all the awards? MVP. He could. I'm sure he can win that.
They gonna give him most improved though. Even if he do take some 15-point jump, it's like they don't give it to him. They will find somebody else playing like a lesser role to give it to. But I could definitely see him winning MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and be a first team All NBA.
I mean, he's expected to make a leap. That's the hard part about the
The
most
bigger
improved
question
because
is,
sometimes
whatever year
they've
he
given
does
it.
that, is that going to be
Yeah.
the year he gets a ring and Finals MVP too? Because that's the one. Can you get all 5 of those in the same year? Now that would be crazy. That's some GOAT tier shit.
I mean, I just couldn't think of a player who couldn't like all the defensive stuff on top of the fact that like he's unstoppable offensively already. Like I think that he could absolutely do that. I think he could win all-star MVP if he wanted to. Like I think he could really run it up and have an incredible sophomore season. I think it's being set up that way. He has the point guard to do it. He has the team built around him to do it. He has the coach that can definitely enable him to do that stuff. I don't see how it's not. I mean, maybe I'll throw a $5 bet down on something to see if I can come out with a couple hundred.
Hey, I mean, it's look MVP, defensive player, and what else? Scoring, even like maybe the scoring tie. Like, yeah, it's definitely believable.
Yeah.
If anybody could do it, I'm sure he could. But you
Wemby
already
gets
know how
scoring title.
the
That's
media be,
nuts.
bro. They just he just might not get it because they don't want to give it to him, bro.
They say he comes out and averages a 5x5 for the first month. You know what I mean? Like, how could we not give it to him?
Hey, I mean, I don't know, but it'll also like depend on if like Chris Paul can stay healthy, especially as he's getting up there. But we'll see. Look, Chris Paul made DeAndre Jordan an All Star, right? So
Made
we'll
him an
see.
all NBA first team center.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan.
So we'll see what he could do with Wemby. But So yeah, let's move on to our last topic. We're making perfect time. So we're talking about how good teams are going to be this upcoming season. We're going to do a way too early NBA power rankings tier list. Okay. So again, Ant and Brandon will come. They're coming back, working together, teamwork to rank all 30 NBA teams based on how good they believe their rosters will be this upcoming year, or are this upcoming year. So here, more rules. They must come to a consensus ranking the teams 1 through 15 in the East and West. So just for transparency, this tier list is 1 through 15. So basically, if you think the Boston Celtics are 1, the Celtics will go 1. If you think in the East, if you think the Timberwolves are 1 in the West, Timberwolves will go 1 in the West. So they'll both be on number 1. So it'll make it a little bit easier because then once you start combining them, it's going to take way too long. So just to keep it short and sweet. Each person has one veto where they can overrule the other. So if Ant's like, look, Bucks are number 1, and Brandon can be like, no. And that's that. That's it. You're going to have to adjust.
You
Only
mean
one.
veto a veto?
Yeah, but that's your one veto. So if Ant's like, I'm putting Bucks 1, I don't give a what you say. Brandon's like, no, I'm using my veto. Ant's like, no, I'm using my veto. Bucks are going 1. So y'all just have to come to an agreement, basically rank these teams 1 to 15 for the East and West. So how do y'all want to start?
All right, no, I'm cool with the East. I mean Celtics. I think the Celtics are number 1 in the East for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
And then I would put
Almost
OKC
that's
as
kind
the
of hands
one in the
down.
West.
I, I don't know. The
I just
West
think
one's
they got
tough
so much better. They
because
got so
like
much better though.
Dallas came out and they did get better, but then it's just like probably Dallas. Probably Dallas. They probably number 1 in the West.
I mean, but OKC got Caruso and Hardenstein, like 2 high level role players who fit their system perfectly, and they already won. They were already the 1 seed last year. I just think they got like just all around better. I think players fit more into because now they can now they play Case and Wallace more too, who's a year older. Now they're playing Ousmane Dieng, the 6'10" point forward from like France or whatever. Like now they got Caruso to throw in there with Dort too. And Dort guarded like everybody. Dort made Brandon Ingram look like he should be coming off someone's bench. And we just added Caruso to that. It's crazy. I mean, I get where I get what you're saying. I see because like I can see Luka going up a level. He's had a whole
I give
offseason
OKC
rest.
2. I give them 2.
How about
It's
this? So I'll
definitely
put
Dallas OKC 1 and 2.
so I'll put Dallas and OKC in 1, and then we'll come back to it. We'll spin the block on it.
All
Well,
right.
you know what? Nah, we can do it. OKC 1. I'll put Dallas 2
Okay.
because I'm unsure on Kyrie. Only because of the way he ended the finals, I'm unsure on Kyrie. So I put Dallas at 2. Because OKC, that's all. That whole team's young, so you know they're gonna. They're either gonna be the same or better.
Yeah.
But it's like we don't know what's going on with Kyrie. They got Clay, but we don't know what Clay they got. So yeah, I get it to
You cool with Mavericks
number
at 2,
2
Brandon?
in the East.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. Now you need your
I mean,
East team.
I think I might put I would have put the Timberwolves there, but I could go with Dallas at 2. For 2 on the East, I'm gonna go Philly.
I think my pick's the Knicks for 2. I just like that team's just crazy. Like Jalen Brunson, Mikhail, Julius Randle. Oh man,
Yeah, that's a tough team. I don't know how to. I don't think their roster's done yet because I think there's a chance they trade Randall for a player that can fit with that top 4 because I don't think Randall could play center with that top 4. I don't think that works. Then again, I think he's their second best player too in all this. So it's tough to say. I think he's a 6'10" version of Jalen Brunson without the like. I don't think he's as good of a playmaker, but he's just as good at getting to the rim and getting his shot. It's crazy because those two work well together. On top of
Yeah.
it, like I guess I don't know. I think there is a chance that if Randall doesn't work well with that top four, that or the Villanova boys, that they just move on from Randall, and try to bring in like lesser players to just fill out the position.
I
Because
don't know. I
isn't
guess
Bogdanovich still
my
on the team?
issue with Philly is like I don't know. It's just hard for me to feel like, and I like Paul George, but this is just hard for me to feel like he really like him being over there makes them like a grand amount better. I feel like it makes them a little bit better. It's like a little bit.
I heard on a different on a podcast, this dude made this analogy where they were like going walking in the woods and his mom was there and everything like that, and they were about to go down this like dark path, and she was like, "Don't go that way. I'm not. No, let's just not do that." And he said that reminds him a lot of this Paul George thing, because it's like it could go very wrong. No, because it could go very wrong. Like Paul George and Embiid together, those are two like historic playoff chokers. Like maybe not, maybe unfairly given those titles, but
Yeah,
that is like, you know what I'm saying. This could end horribly. Like we're talking first round lose to the Heat type thing, and it looks bad.
it'll look really bad.
I'll put them at 3. I'll go with 3 for them.
That's fine. Yeah, all right, whatever. That's fine. So I guess the West, third in the West, probably Denver. No, Minnesota. It's Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah,
Denver's probably 4.
them or the Pelicans or I don't know the
Jokic
Phoenix.
still will get you fucking playoffs by itself. Jamal,
Yeah.
man, I will say, seeing Canada play, seeing Jamal Murray not do much of anything, it kind of even more makes me look at Jokic like how I look at Chris Paul. Like he really wanted them to make everybody better than what they really are.
The stuff you don't even see, like just pace of playing things, like just the little stuff. I mean, I got the Bucks as fourth in the East. Like I
Think
don't know
we
if they
are.
got better. I don't think they got better. I think they just got older. Like we'll see. I mean, you got
Yeah,
Doc Rivers as a coach, dog. Doc Rivers wins a lot of regular season games, so we'll see. But
no, that's about where we at. We 4 or 5. We 4 or 5. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of shit to show. We can be number one, but we definitely starting the season. We definitely 4 or 5.
the fifth in the West, I got the Pelicans.
Hmm.
So like maybe the Grizzlies too, or the Clippers, but or even San Antonio, yo. But again, that they only go as far as Wimby takes them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, all right, if the Pelicans there, Memphis is right after them because I got both of them two teams kind of like I feel like they in the same situation.
Yeah, we got a
Whereas
lot of
like
teams in the
Zion could
West.
take the Pelicans somewhere and he got the supporting cast now, and same thing with Ja, like he could take Memphis somewhere and he got the supporting cast for, but we gotta see it happen.
I think a lot of players, like a lot of teams in the West, might have the same record or like 1 or 2 losses up or down. Like
Yeah,
at
it's
the end
gonna
of
be
it, it's going to be a
close.
bloodbath. Because like fifth and sixth in the East, what Miami and Cleveland,
Orlando,
Orlando's up there.
yeah. I mean, Indiana just finna get disrespected. I'm just,
It's not their fault. There's nothing you can do
yeah. I
about
just
it.
don't. They gonna have to just win the games because I can't
Yeah.
like thinking of their team. I just can't put them above. Shit, even Miami comes before them. Cleveland comes before them. Like,
Just go ahead and say they overachieved last year. It's okay.
Yeah.
They know it and we know it.
Yeah.
They overachieved. You can only play the games in front of you, and they did that. Good for them.
Dog,
They
you
got
gotta
to the
put
conference
Miami. You
finals.
put Cleveland.
I don't know if Cleveland comes back better. I don't know because I think that they got a real team chemistry issue coming up. I swear to God, I know
Yeah.
it's there because before they fired JB, they were talking a lot of stuff. Everybody was talking a lot about what everybody else was doing, and I don't know if that just magically goes away with a coaching change.
I will say it's not gonna go away, but I think the issue is they have to figure out how to share the ball appropriately because it's like Donovan Mitchell's obviously one. He's obviously first option on that team, but he has to get better at playmaking, or he's gonna have to take more of the Kyrie type Cleveland role and just let Darius Garland and them run the offense. Either he has to learn to get more assists, he has to learn to set up his bigs, or he needs to let Darius Garland run like Darius Garland and Evan Mobley or Darius Garland, Jared Allen. That need all they offense need to start there if he can't do it. But like they got to figure out a better way to share the ball because those four, like, there's no way all four of y'all should be starting and be on the floor, and all four of y'all should have over 10 points every game, like every single game, straight up, like the four of them. So they got to figure that shit out.
It's just the two ball dominant guards and then the two center. It's like I just don't like their
But we've
match. Like
seen
they're
players
two
figure it out,
small
and that's the
guards.
funny part about it. Brandon Jennings and Monte Ellis was able to figure it out. So y'all got, I'm like, y'all niggas got to figure it out. They wasn't neither one of them traditional point guards. They was buckets, but they figured it out. They figured out how to play together and still involve all the rest of their team. So I ain't giving, especially not Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell. I ain't neither one of them. They got to figure that shit out. That team only goes as far as them to take it. They got to figure that shit out.
I think I'm with you when I say like that Mitchell needs to take a step back because I don't think Garland can play well without the ball. And I think he needs the ball to keep his rhythm. And I think that he's a maestro, so why not
Yeah,
get
he's fucking
everybody else like let
amazing.
him do
That's
his
the point.
thing. Let him do his thing with the ball. And Donovan Mitchell still have his 25 points. You know what I mean? Like he'll still do his thing. It's a long game. Like I don't know
Right.
why.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, he don't gotta be the guy the entire game. It's like, hey, bro, it's I think I don't know. People gotta start peeping stuff more. It's like, bro, you that good. We really can kind of look to feed you like fourth quarter, third when the game is close. Like we can start looking to feed you then, but like the rest of the game, we kind of need to be trying to get Evan Mobley 20 points, trying to get Jared Allen about 10 or 15, trying like finding it other places because like you said, we know we're gonna get 25 plus from you. We know it every night. So like we gotta figure out the rest of this team.
I think
Ah,
Mitchell should take
So
some
that's
inspiration.
y'all cool with Cavs
He
at
should take
7?
some. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Okay, what
think
about
Mitchell should take some inspiration from Butler and from De'Aaron Fox, like all these
Mhm.
fourth quarter clutch scores that come out and they put up like 10, 12 points in the fourth quarter. I think that's what Mitchell need to be doing. Like, go ahead, dominate the ball in the fourth. Who gonna stop you? Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't got all the way up to this point. Take us home. You
Yeah,
know, do it. He's a vet now.
yeah, he got to. He got to start taking that type of responsibility. 7 the West.
I got the Spurs.
Yeah, it's probably Spurs.
Or the Rockets. I mean, Rockets eighth. I don't know. I don't got the or the
I don't know
Warriors
what
making the
it is
playoffs at
about the
all this year.
Rockets. I'm just not confident in them.
Dang.
I don't know if it's like I just don't. I guess it's like I can't tell if they ready to try because like they've been BSing with Jalen Green for so long. It's like, hey, y'all ready to like try to win now? Like y'all got him, y'all got Cam, y'all got Jabari, you got Shingun, y'all just went and got Reed Shepard. Are y'all ready to play now? Like, are we gonna see if Rockets can like if
I
they
think
ready to
this is their
play?
year.
Yeah,
I think this is their year. I think it is. I like their coach Ime. He makes them play hard. They got like some real dog. They got some real dogs on that team now too. Um, and they still got Dylan Brooks who's gonna compete every game. So
Yep.
like Dylan Brooks is like he's like the NBA Noah Lyles. Honestly, they giving off the same energy. To be honest, just both hating us. Just both hating us. Both hating.
Yeah, the Rockets Rockets right there.
So Rockets at 8.
Yeah.
And then
In the East,
probably Atlanta.
oh, I was gonna say the Pacers.
I'm dropping their ass again.
I'm
Well,
sorry,
no.
bro. Atlanta, look at Atlanta though. They didn't get nobody. They got
Yeah, I'm like,
nobody.
they pick just. We seen what he was doing. No, that wasn't him. That was the dude for the Wizards. That's the one that think he Chris Bosh. I think
Man, we really
Atlanta's
disrespected.
draft pick is solid. He just don't seem like he.
I feel like they took him because they know who else to take.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Indiana. We go Indiana. Yeah, because
They didn't
I'm.
no Javon. I mean, DeJounte Murray's gone too. They traded him. It's rough out there for Atlanta fans. So I think we could probably breeze through the last 6 of these, but I mean at ninth,
like,
at 9 for the West, I got Sacramento or Phoenix. Probably Phoenix. I think they're the better team.
Yeah,
But
Phoenix and then Sac right after them.
both of these teams, I think both have first round upset matchup potential. So I think they're both perfect for that spot. I think they could come in and just blitz a first or second seed just to sheer offense. In the East though. Damn, we got the Clippers in there. What?
That's what I'm saying. And I do have them dropping though. I do have them dropping because like I don't know, there's so much in the air with them too. It's like who are y'all? Are they finally let PJ Tucker play? Like I don't know.
They would have got Chris Dunn. They got Chris
East?
Dunn now. They got
What are the Raptors? What's the Raptors plan? Like we know they paid Scotty. They still got Dennis Schroeder.
They went and got Schroeder's on the Nets now. They
Oh,
went and got
wow.
They got
Yeah.
Davion Mitchell off Sacramento to be their starting point guard. So they're
Okay.
going to be a good defensive team because they got Quickly still. They got Barrett, Barnes,
They probably
and then
tanking
Podol.
though. They probably in the flag sweepstakes.
Yeah,
because they don't have a team where like they not even like middle of the pack team. Like it's just kind of like they might be in the Cooper's flag sweepstakes.
Y'all want to start from the
We know
West,
Chicago is
15 up to make it easier.
yeah. I'll put Chicago at 15. And
They might have picked up too many players that's ready to play.
Yeah, I want them. I need them. I need them to just start sitting people towards the end of these. Just start sitting, like sit Giddy for 4 minutes for no reason. Why not? Like, I need a real tank commander on this team. He'd bring back Denzel Valentine.
I think Atlanta, then Charlotte. I think those are the next two for the East. I think.
Yeah, I think the Wizards are going to be better this year.
Atlanta up there with Suns.
Yeah,
and then Charlotte with Sac.
Yeah, and then after that, I will probably put Wizards, Pistons, Raptors, Bulls.
I think the Nets might be better than the Wizards. I ain't even gonna.
Give me the Nets starting 5. Give me the Nets starting 5 right now, man. I think they might be the worst team in the conference, bro.
Yeah, maybe they might.
Because
they
Schroeder,
might.
Cam Thomas, Noah Clowney, Nick Claxton, and what? I think Bogdanovich is on the team. I mean, I don't even know if Simmons is playing.
We're gonna switch Brooklyn and the Bulls. We're gonna put Brooklyn at the bottom. I think you might be.
Man, Brooklyn really put together a horrible roster for this season.
Hey, Cooper flag sweepstakes,
to Brooklyn.
Cooper Flag sweepstakes.
Tank Commander Ben Simmons. All right,
guess
so the West, this is tough because
Clippers, Jazz, maybe.
yeah, the Lakers look pretty horrible.
Yeah, I don't have no faith in it, but I will say Warriors, Lakers, Portland. Portland's at the bottom. Portland's not doing shit.
Yeah, okay. DeAndre Ayton already not playing.
DeAndre Ayton is your first or second option. You not finna do shit. I don't got no faith in him.
Damn.
Man,
So
the Lakers end up with Cooper Flag. No, they wouldn't even get that pick. It would go to the Pelicans.
So now that y'all have used y'all veto, do either of y'all want to use y'all veto right now?
I think I'm gonna
cool
have to
with this
move the
list?
Lakers. I think I'm gonna move the Lakers up just because they have zero incentive to tank right now because they will lose their pick if they do. They're gonna lose their pick, so they have to it's no incentive for them to play to tank. I just don't. I don't know if a LeBron James team could go 14th. I don't know if they can do that. I think I might swap them in the Jazz.
Is that your veto?
Yeah. I think Jazz have like one more year of hard tanking in them before they start locking it in. Because this is like Keontae George's second season. They just signed Market into that max. They're figuring out their center situation. Team
All
is
right.
like,
I got a
veto,
crazy
Ant.
veto.
Go ahead.
Memphis and Denver. Because I think Ja finna come out and kill. I think he finna really I think he finna have a super. I just really feel like he finna just come out and he's about to be the best point guard in the NBA this year, and it's not even finna.
All right.
That's high
Well, there
praise,
you
man.
go. That's y'all list. I mean, it don't look bad to me. I mean, I don't know so much about I don't know who the Rockets picked up and stuff. I feel like they might be a little high, but besides that, I mean, it looks fine to me.
Cocaine Curry, baby.
Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, look, hey, y'all in the comments, let us know what y'all think of the list. Again, if we wrong, tell us we wrong. Tell us what y'all list are, and go ahead and just say what you got to say. But anyway, that's gonna end it for this one. Episode 10, y'all. We on episode 10. We in double digits. We're gonna say peace to the people, Ant. Go ahead.
Peace, people.
We're gonna say see you later, people. Go ahead, Brendan.
C'est la vie.
And we'll catch y'all next time. Oh, and also, if y'all made it this far, comment in the comments. Elijah, we miss you. We'll know we'll know who's real based on y'all comments. All right. But anyway, peace, y'all. See y'all next time.